Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at Angie by the Rolling Stones. Now this is actually multiple guitar parts going along. The guy's usually doing a fill while the other guy's playing chords or whatever. But we're going to try to put it all together to make it sound as close to the album as possible without having two guitar players. So let's start here with the intro. It's pretty similar to the main riff of the song, the chorus of the song that goes for probably 85% of the way through the song. But he adds a few nuances there that we're going to cover. The first thing that's different is he starts with a harmonic at the the fifth string, 12th fret. All right, then we come down, we start strumming an A minor, sorry. Now towards the end of that, you're going to put your pinky at the 3rd fret on this high E string, and then release it back down to the open string. So that's why you're strumming. Then we take it to this next chord, which is going to be picked across instead of strummed. You call that kind of arpeggiated picking. So I'm going to be fingering this this way for a reason you'll see in a second, where we're going to have my 3rd finger here at the 4th fret on the G string, the 1st finger at the 3rd fret on the B string, and then the high E string open, and you're going to pick first the low 6th string, then you come across and pick the 3rd, 2nd, 1st, back to the 2nd, back to the 3rd. Now the reason I fingered it that way is the next thing you do is you change the bass note from that open E to the 4th fret here on the 6th string. And then you continue picking across this top 3 strings, or sometimes you'll kind of strum them instead. Alright, so whatever feels comfortable to you. So far we have. Alright, then we have a G sus4 chord, which is just a bar across the 1st and 2nd string at the 3rd fret with your 1st finger. You're going to have the 3rd finger at the 5th fret on the D string, and then your pinky at the 5th fret on the G string. Now we're going to pick across those two. So he does that, just holds the 1st note on the D string, and then just pick 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take that down 2 frets to the 1st fret to make it an S sus4 chord. Strum those 4 strings, and then release that sus note to the regular major, resolve it, so we have the pinky lift up and your 2nd finger now takes over on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. So we have. So after you strum those, the sus4, then the major, then you start picking from the top note. Just pick down 1st, 2nd, 3rd string. This is kind of a random picking pattern he does here. Then you're going to pick up your 2nd finger. Let that 3rd string be open. Leave the other 2 fingers there, but pick up. So you're picking the 4th string, open 3rd string, 2nd string, back to the open 3rd, and then to the 4th. So we have. Then you're going to come to a C major chord, but instead of playing the C major chord straight from the beginning, keep your 2nd finger off and pick the chord, strum the chord, and hammer on that note, the 2nd fret there on the D string, to get to our full C major chord. Now when he gets to the C, sometimes he'll pick across it, sometimes he'll kind of strum it. Alright, so whatever, you want to mix this up as the song goes. And then we get to the ending of the part, which is taking your 2nd finger here to the 2nd fret on the A string, then the D string open and G string open, and the 2nd string 1st fret. Just pick across those 4 strings. Alright, so from this G suspended 4, Alright, so that does it for the intro. Now, the main part of the song comes next when the vocals come in, and this is the part that you're going to hear most of the song. You can consider it the chorus, and it's very similar to the intro, a little bit different. Let me play through a version of it here. Alright, so we have a lot more strumming instead of picking across strings. We have a little fills in there. So we start with the A minor. Then the main fill of the song, which happens just about every time, is you're going to have the 5th fret barred across the 2nd and 1st strings picked 4 times. Then the 3rd fret across the 1st and 2nd string ended with a 5th fret on the G string. Now he kind of starts picking that harder as he goes. And he'll time that differently through the thing. He'll go into that fast, or he'll kind of hold it. Alright, it's all about dynamics. What you want to maybe do is when you go to that riff, try to keep that low. See how I'm keeping that string ringing? The open A string? Let that ring as much as possible. So you have some kind of foundation, since you're, if you're the only guitar player, you don't have a guy still strumming that A minor when you go up to that fill. Alright, then we get to the same chord we did in the intro, but you're not really picking across it, you're starting to strum it. So you pick the low string, then you just kind of strum those top 3 strings. Now he doesn't add the 4th fret again throughout the song, so that was just in the intro. The rest of the song, alright, now we go to that same G sus4 as the intro, but we strum it pretty much most of the song. Sometimes he'll pick across it. Like I said, he repeats these over and over, and he kind of mixes it up from time to time. If you want to add that low note in there, the low G with your thumb, and just mute the 5th string with either your thumb or your tip of your 3rd finger. Then take it down to that F, sus4. Resolve it to the F major, just like we did in the intro. Alright, then we have, now this little fill that he does in here, we pick up the 2nd finger again to on that the G string, and we're going to pick this first fret, the 2nd string, and the 3rd string together. So you have the open G string and the 1st fret on the 2nd string. And you're going to hammer on that 2nd fret on the G string, then back open again, and then you gotta pick that 4th string at the 3rd fret. So we have, and then down to that C with the hammer on that too as well, just like in the intro. And then same ending as the intro. So verse, or the chorus one time through. So then you just keep repeating that part. Alright, now we have another part of the song which probably I would consider a verse. But it starts here. Alright, so what's going on there? We're going to start here with this same, a G chord, a G major chord. Kind of play the Hendrix way with your thumb down here on the low E string at the 3rd fret. Pick fit 5, 4, and 3 here on the second, third, and fourth strings there, and bar that first finger across the top 2 strings. Alright, now he's going to make it a G add 9 chord by putting your pinky here on the 5th string. I'm sorry, 5th fret on that top high E string. Alright, so we have that, starts with that, strumming that to D minor, to A minor, to C major. Now you're gonna go back to, you're gonna go to this F major add 9 chord. So it's just like the chord we started with, but here at the 1st fret. Then you're gonna come up here back to the G to end it. Now, what you can do with this chord, and by fingering it like this, it allows you to do a lot of kind of playing around with some melody notes on top. So that's what he's doing a lot of times in it. It's kind of the Hendrix style of approaching these chord shapes. You can play the pinky on the 5th fret and release it down to the bar that you're doing at the 3rd. Same thing on the 2nd string. Or the 3rd string, release that sus down to the 2 like we did down here on the F. So you can just mix and match those things. It's kind of fun to just kind of mix it up. So usually he'll end the part doing that. Or sometimes he'll just go to this G, which is just a 3rd fret on the low E, 3rd fret on the high E. Mute that 5th string with the bottom of your 3rd finger, but all the other strings ring open. And he'll just kind of throw in this 1st fret on the 2nd string every once in a while. So we got. Alright? Or you can replace that last G with that open G. Do that sometimes, because he plays that part a few times in a song. Whenever you do play it, though, it only happens one time through those chords, and it goes straight back to the. Alright? One more part in the song we could consider a bridge. It happens at about the 3-minute and 32-second mark. And it starts with a D minor chord. Angie, I still love you, baby. So we just go from the D minor to the A minor 3 times. So it's the same chords, but we're just doing a little different orders here. So the D minor to the A minor 3 times. You'll only hear this part once in the song. Then you go to C, then that F9 chord, or just a straight F if you really don't like the sound of that F add 9. And then to that open G chord. Alright, so that's all the parts of the song. It's pretty simple, but you can really recreate the sound off the album with just one guitar. As long as you kind of get those fills. There are little fills in the song that you'll hear you hear like little stuff like that. Those are really not essential. They're just kind of noodling. The gist of the song is the chords that just went through and the major fills. Alright, so have fun with it and be sure to keep mixing it up as you go through it. And I'll see you guys at guitarlesson365.com with some more songs very soon. Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.